Hi, I'm Jami. I'm an angel mom, and I'm so glad you're here. Today's practice is short and sweet, and I'm dedicating today's practice to my beautiful friend Shari, who lost her little baby boy, Casey John, back in 1989. He was 3 days old, and whew, when I met Shari years and years ago, and she told me she lost her little boy, I couldn't imagine. And then when I lost my grown adult son 2 years ago, now I can share in the grief of losing a child, which is so horrible. And that's why I'm here doing these yoga videos, because it helps me. And I'm hoping it will help you in the process as well. Yoga has just been a game changer for me as I process this grief. It's helping to really somatically through the body help me to process this grief that's residing in my cells. And so I hope that yoga works for you so much so as it has for me. And again, I dedicate this practice to that beautiful baby boy, Casey John. Oh, Shari. I think he would be 34 or so at this time. Hard to imagine the devastating loss of any any mother losing her child, and until you have, and then yeah, then when it's a reality, it's pretty tough. So yoga is my game changer. It does not take away the pain. It just softens the edges. It helps to tone and really help to bring our parasympathetic nervous system into dominance so that we can go into um, more of a so many words that I want to say right now that don't, so many words want to pop out of my mouth that don't describe it. It's not easier. It's just different. It's just different. It takes us out of fight, flight, and freeze, fawn mode, and it puts us more in a state of being able to cope somehow. So without further ado, to you, Casey, and to you, Shari, love you. Let's get started. So comfortable seat. Just find your way, maybe in a chair if that helps, and you can always modify. Let's flutter our eyes closed and sit up as tall as you can. Ground down in your sit bones and float the crown of your head up to the top. Maybe cup your hands around your knees and just take a really deep breath in. Exhale. And today's theme, when I think of little Casey John, 3 days old, I think of innocence. So today, this practice is themed around innocence. Innocence. Let's place our hands on our heart. As you breathe in, feel how it feels to really open your lungs, front, sides, and back, to really fill like a balloon all around 365 degrees. So let's take a deep breath in. Feel your chest rise with the inhale, and exhale, feel it come back down. Welcome. I'm Jami, and I'm so glad you're here. Whew. Today's Mama Angel grief relief video, yoga video, is dedicated to my great friend Shari, who lost her beautiful baby boy, Casey John, at 3 days old back in 1989. And I just think about the innocence of a 3-day-old baby and the trauma that mom and dad and brothers and sisters and family go through. But especially us moms, we have birthed these children or raised them, and there's just nothing like losing a child. And so for me, 2 years into losing my son, I just have to say that yoga has been a game changer for me. And sober curiosity has also been a game changer for me, being more in tune to my body through yoga and through really processing this trauma, because we have been traumatized. And I can't say that enough about grieving moms. And so, in an effort to help process some of this grief, it's just really nice to sit and breathe for even 1 minute. And then if you can make it 2 minutes the next time and 3 minutes, that's how I started. So today's practice will be short and sweet, in honor of the life and the continued spirit of Casey John Wiedenhoft and his beautiful mama, and her angelic ways, and how she's carried this pain with her. And she has always been just a shining, shining star. And yeah, you can see the pain in her eyes, but okay, let's get started. Have a comfortable seat. Let's float our crowns up, shoulders up, back and down, flutter the eyes closed. And let's just get into our breathing for a moment. And I always like to have a theme, and today's theme is innocence. The innocence of a child. What does that mean? How does that feel in your body? What kind of sensations come up for you in your body? And if it's too much, you just quit and take what you can from this and let go of the rest, or turn off the TV. But I have found that little by little, I'm getting better at processing. So let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. As you breathe in, fill your lungs, front, sides, and back. Like really breathe into your back body and your side ribs. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in with our eyes closed. And exhale. Flutter your eyes open. Everything can be modified. So if you need to sit in Dandasana with your legs out in front or out to the side a little bit in a butterfly, please feel free. Maybe change which leg is in front if you're sitting cross-legged. Let's start our practice by breathing up, deep breath in, reach to the sky, reach to the heavens, reach to Casey and Judson, and exhale down. Behind, deep breath in, reach up, deep breath, deep breath. Exhale, reach behind. And one more time, deep breath in, reach up. And exhale your hands right into your heart. So I want to do a little bit of a heart opener today also for Casey. So let's sit up as tall as we can and actually bring your sternum up to your thumbs, or your heart up to your thumbs. Take a deep breath here, and as you breathe in, bring your heart up to your thumbs, and then exhale back. It's like a little seated cat-cow. Deep breath in, lift. And then exhale, rock back on your tailbone. Slide the hands to the knees. Same thing, deep breath in. Pull your heart through the gate of the shoulders. Exhale back. Rock back on your tailbone if you can. Deep breath in. Pull that heart forward. Exhale back. One more time, deep breath in. Fill those lungs. Inhale and exhale back. Excellent. Let's take a couple of side stretches. Take that left arm up, plant your right hand, and we'll just do a little flow. So we'll just reach over and then plant the left hand, reach the right arm over, and just really gentle, innocent moves here. Gentle, innocent, but very powerful for opening up our hearts and for helping us to bring in this beautiful movement practice, the somatic healing, soma meaning body, muscles. One more time each side. Kind of working through and out, working out the trauma through the body. Okay, plant that right hand, left arm up. And then as you're here, see if you want to deepen that stretch a little bit. And if you do, just take your right fingertips out a little so that your right elbow drops right below your right shoulder, and then open up your heart to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in And then exhale, lift all the way up and plant. Now the left hand, reach. And then again, if you want to go a little deeper, just lower that elbow right below the shoulder. And anywhere in between, you can stay up on your fingertips, kind of tent the fingers. Shine open your rib cage. Take a deep breath in, reach up. And exhale. Let's roll the shoulders. Gentle movements. And reverse. Let's take this now into cat-cow. So we'll transition to hands and knees. And again, heart openers so that you are opening the heart, literally. Physically opening that space. So elbows have a soft bend. We're going to drop the belly, lift the tailbone and lift the chin. And then exhale and tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. And as you do this, kind of exaggerate if you can. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly, tuck under. Inhale, rise with the tailbone, rise with your chin. And then exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, puff the back. 2 more, deep breath in, lift up. Open that heart, pull the heart through the gate of the shoulders. Exhale, under. And 1 more time, deep breath in, lift, lift, lift. And then exhale, tuck under. Beautiful. Okay, maybe untuck your toes if they were tucked, and we're going to go into puppy pose. I'm loving this Innocence theme with Casey in mind. Hands out in front, and you can go with your hands tented. You can actually put your hands on a chair pad too if this is too deep for you. We're going to try to keep the fingers tented. Keep your hips right over your knees. We want to try to stretch through the upper back. Like a puppy pose, like cats do as well, like really opening up through the back. And if you can, you may try to reach your throat to the ground. That's a bigger expression. That might be too much. So maybe just set your forehead. That's more gentle. Really reaching the arms out in front. And then just bring yourself down to your forearms. And then slither your entire body down to the ground. Untuck your toes. So you've got your elbows planted, shoulders. Broaden the collarbones by pulling the shoulder blades together, pulling them down. Tone your backside, like tighten up those back muscles. And then pull your weight through your elbows. Pull your heart through the gate of the shoulders, and actually pull your shoulders back and heart forward. Back of the head behind you as well. Opening that heart. Deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more time. I know this is tough. Deep breath in. Exhale. Okay, let's move on over to our backs. And we cannot do this beautiful practice for Casey without doing Happy Baby. So, as I said, it's just a nice short practice today. Let's draw the knees right into the chest and hold them in as far as they'll go. And some practitioners like to bring their chin into their chest and maybe lift slightly. But just pulling those knees into the chest, helping to open up that lumbar spine a little bit. And now let's take Happy Baby pose. So you just kind of open up your feet above your knees. Your knees are bent around 90 or less, whatever feels right. If you cannot reach your feet, take your hands behind your knees and just kind of play around like a baby. If you are able to reach your feet, some practitioners like to take their peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes, and that gives you a little better leverage to really play and play Happy Baby. Oh, yes. Happy Baby. Boy, going back a few years for some of us, huh? That innocence. And let's bring it back into the center. Now, if you're able to grab the outsides of your feet, you can do this through the backs of your knees as well. But if you can grab through the backs of your feet, tuck your chin slightly so your neck is flat. And we're going to gently pull down on the outside edges of the feet and push your tailbone down. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And release. Let's set the feet on the ground and then allow your knees to widen into reclined butterfly, Baddha Konasana, and then bring your arms up over your head. Reach as far away as you can with your fingertips. Fingers as far away from your tailbone, as far away from your head. Ooh, deep breath in. Exhale, bring your arms down around to your sides. Plant palms down for a moment. See how that feels on your back. If that's too much, bring your knees back up. If you can, take your hands and press gently at the crease where your thigh bone starts and just push away a little bit. Gives you a little stretch through that lumbar spine. Whew. And then bring those knees back into the chest again one more time. And then place the feet the width of your mat. And if you don't have a mat, you can just find yourself on a towel or just on a soft surface, hopefully. And let's lower both knees over to the right. And then take your arms and just let them be comfy. Maybe just fold your right arm over, or whatever arm, your closest arm over your belly, and then your farthest arm away from your knees and face away from your knees. Sorry, I didn't explain that very well. I'm obviously really getting into my yoga practice here. Going deep. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring those knees up and over to the other side. Flop the arms and the face away from the knee. See, that's all I needed to say. Oh, nice deep breath, really opening through the hips. We mamas, our hips are usually pretty tight, so this is nice to not only open the heart, but open the hips, open the back, open the mind. That's what I love about yoga. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring those knees up and just knock the knees together so the feet are apart here. Let's take our arms up in cactus. So your elbows are at a 90-degree, palms up. And I just want you to take 3 deep breaths here. Maybe flutter your eyes closed. Deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Yummy. Bring those knees right into the chest. Hold them in nice and tight. And let's bring ourselves over to one side. Use your bottom arm for your pillow. And here we're in the fetal position. Fetal position, we've got embryonic position. It's a safe, restorative posture. The head is resting on the bottom arm. Knees are up into the chest or as close as you can get them. Let's take a deep, deep, really cleansing breath here. Inhale. Exhale. I really like this posture for when I'm stressing. If I get myself into this fetal position, it just really helps bring a sense of calm, a sense of safety, a sense of rebirth. Like, okay, I'm going to rebirth. I'm going to go out there and try to take this yoga off the mat and out into the world. Try to do beautiful things for others with this time that I have left on this earth. I think Judson would want it that way. Let's bring ourselves up to a seated position. I don't think he would really appreciate or like the way that I was grieving, which was drinking myself until I passed out, and then, crying and being absolutely ridiculously depressed and not functioning like a human. So I think all of our children would love to see us happy, and I know that yoga is helping. It does not take away the pain. It softens the edges, and that is a step in the right direction. So comfortable seated position one more time. I just want to do one twist in each direction, and then we will sign off. So let's take a deep breath in, lift up, exhale around to your left, placing that right arm on the outside of your left knee, the left hand behind you. Now widen your collarbones, draw back that right shoulder as far as you can so that you're opening and not slouching. Deep breath in. And exhale all the way around to the other side. So tall, and then try to deepen the twist and draw back that left shoulder. I think I said the wrong shoulder on the other side. I apologize. And then deep breath in right up in the center, and then hands right into your heart. And again, for those of you joining us who are grieving moms, you angel moms, let's put our hands on top of our heart. Our hearts. Being a mom is the toughest job in the world. Being an angel mom is even harder. And my heart just goes out to you so much. And I have so many recommendations for grieving moms, for different yoga channels or different healing modalities such as trauma healing. And I just please reach out to me if you need additional help. I'm so happy to help other moms. It is also part of what's helping me get through my grieving process. Okay, so to sign off here today, let's flutter our eyes closed. Breathe your heart up into your hands. And your hands are heavy, like a heavy blanket on your heart. I love this metaphor. I'm pressing on my heart and I'm pushing my heart into my hands both at the same time. It's this beautiful, heavy blanket that gives me security and safety. And as I think about my beautiful friend Shari and her beautiful son, Casey, and that love that we have for our children, and my love for my Judson, and my love for my Candace, and the love that Shari has for her other children who still walk this earth, that love does not diminish. Our love is still just as strong for our children living and flying, living and soaring. It's just our hearts have some heavy stuff on top of them that we're trying to break through as we go through this grieving process. Whoosh. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, Casey, for being a beautiful angel. Thank you, Judson, for being a beautiful angel. And Shari, thank you. I'm glad you shared your story of your beautiful boy with me. And every time a mom reaches out and shares, and every time I have an old friend like you that I can now actually relate to on the level of losing a child, it just brings so much to my heart. So thank you. Sending so much love to all. Have a beautiful day.